USA 1 cent coin, 2002 DE. Today's coin takes us to the early 2000s with a look at the 2002 D USA 1 cent coin, better known as the Lincoln Memorial Penny. Now, most people overlook this little coin, thinking it's just modern pocket change. But stick around, because even a coin like this has its own history, features, and in some cases, surprising value. The 2002 D Lincoln cent was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Philadelphia come with no mint mark, while the Denver coins have a D mint mark just below the date. And the San Francisco version? That one's a proof coin, struck specially for collectors and marked with an S. This 1 cent coin continues the long-running design first introduced in 1959. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. It's the same image we've seen for decades, showing Lincoln facing right, with the words "In God We Trust" above, liberty to the left, and the date to the right. If you've got a D or no mint mark, that's where it'll be. Flip it over and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, a design created by Frank Gasparo. It's a detailed depiction. You can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. The words United States of America are at the top, E pluribus unum is just above the memorial, and 1 cent is written boldly at the bottom. Now, the 2002 D penny is made mostly of zinc with a thin copper plating, just like all Lincoln cents minted since 1982. It weighs about 2.5 grams. And while billions were produced, over 3.2 billion in Philadelphia and 3.5 billion in Denver, that doesn't mean they're all worthless. Condition matters, and so do errors. A standard 2002 D penny in circulated condition is generally worth face value. But if you've got one in uncirculated condition, especially graded MS66 or higher, it could be worth around $1 to $5, and sometimes even more depending on eye appeal. Coins with full red color and sharp details often command higher prices. Proof versions from San Francisco were struck with extra care and mirror-like surfaces. These were never meant for circulation and usually come in proof sets. A 2002 S-proof penny in pristine condition can be worth $2 to $4, sometimes higher if it's graded PR69 or PR70 by a major grading service, but what really gets collectors excited are errors and varieties. With modern coins, things like off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, or plating bubbles can increase a coin's value significantly. For example, if you find a 2002 penny with doubling on the date or lettering, you might want to have it looked at by a professional grader. Some of these errors can sell for $10, $20, or even $50 depending on the severity and rarity. It's also worth mentioning that 2002 was right in the middle of a shift in how people viewed coin collecting. The state quarter program was in full swing, and interest in coins was growing again. Many collectors began saving coins from each year and mint mark, which means the 2002 penny was one a lot of people added to albums and folders. If you're looking to sell a 2002 D penny, your best bet is to first check its condition under good light. Look for any unique features or damage. If you think it's uncirculated or has an error, consider getting it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. You can sell through online platforms like eBay, Etsy, or to local coin dealers, but always make sure you do your research on value before accepting any offer. And if you're just collecting for fun, adding a 2002 penny from each mint to your collection is a great way to complete a modern Lincoln set. They're easy to find, affordable, and still a part of living American coin history. Conclusion: so whether you found one in change, inherited a jar of coins, or just enjoy the hunt, the 2002 USA 1 cent coin is worth a second look. It might not be rare, but it's a piece of a story that's over 100 years old.